Here in this video we will showcase 10 Transformers that are bigger than Godzilla Earth, excluding Unicron and Primus. Godzilla Earth is the current biggest version of the Big G to grace the screens, and he stands at 300 meters or around 1000 feet tall. And if you have only seen the movies of the Transformers, then you will be in for a great shock, as there are many of these Cybertronians from the comics, games and cartoons that dwarf this iteration of the Big G. So I'm gonna let you know from the beginning that many of these in this list are Cityformers and Cybertronian Titans, which would explain their sizes, and yeah, their scales would be different from one continuity to another, but here we will list their top sizes as far as we know, so let's take a look at them. At number 10 we have Metroplex. He is in many stories and games the ultimate weapon and warrior of the Autobots, and would only follow a Prime into battle. He is a gigantic towering transformer that sometimes takes the form of a part of the Autobot city called the Scramble City. He has size on his side and gargantuan weapons that can lay low armies of Decepticons in one shot. But he is slow and cumbersome and lacks high intelligence. His maximum size in the Kodansha's released comics is stated to be 800 meters or 2600 feet tall, more than 500 meters or more than 16 feet taller than Godzilla Earth. At number 9 we have Trypticon. Now this gigantic transformer is the nemesis and the rival of Metroplex, both in size and power scaling. He is a Decepticon and takes the form of a gigantic city-sized dinosaur, which also bears great resemblance to Gojira in posture and terror. He is also 800 meters or 2600 feet, as by the Kodansha Properties released comics. Imagine the size difference between Monsterverse Godzilla and Godzilla Earth. That's the same ratio between Godzilla Earth and Trypticon, but with their places inverted. Number 8. Omega Supreme. Omega Supreme is also stated in many occasions as the Autobots' most powerful warrior and one of the biggest Cityformers, a status that is shared with Metroplex, Fortress Maximus and quite a few more. Although in the game War for Cybertron he does appear to be around 500 meters or 1650 feet tall, the description of him in the book Transformers Retribution puts him at half a mile, which means 805 meters, or a bit taller than Kodansha's Metroplex. Number 7. The Deceptic God. This monstrous and demonic looking combiner is the amalgamation of thousands of sweeps and dozens of Decepticons. This gigantic creature is an extension of an entity known as the Devoid, which exists in the Dead universe and seeks to consume all life from this current one. It is essentially a dark god of death in the Transformers universe, and this Deceptic God is but an avatar of its will, standing more than a kilometer in size. Number 6. Keller. According to legend, Keller was one of the original 3 Titans alongside the first Metroplex and Metro Titan, having fought alongside Primus in the days of the Guiding Hand. At the end of the first Cybertronian War, Keller and the other colony Titans departed the planet of Cybertron in the hopes of founding new outposts for Cybertronian civilization. This Titan would eventually colonize an untamed world called Eucharis to create a safe haven for beast mode Transformers, including Maximals. Number 5. Fortress Maximus. Fortress Maximus is one of the largest and most powerful Transformers in the lore of the franchise. He was known for his immense strength and courage, as well as his strong sense of duty and leadership. He was often portrayed as a reluctant warrior, preferring peace but willing to fight to protect others when necessary. In the IDW comic book series, Fortress Maximus was reimagined with a more complex and troubled personality, but still majestic at 3 kilometers in height, towering over the clouds in Cybertron. Number 4. Scorponok. While we might know this Transformers from the first Michael Bay Transformers movie and from the recent Rise of the Beast appearing as a scorpion-like a robot smaller than an Autobot, the lore, however, states otherwise. Scorponok is the arch-rival of Fortress Maximus in size and in power. Dangerous and cunning, Scorponok possesses both a keen mind and a great deal of raw savage power, with only his arch-enemy Fortress Maximus capable of standing against him. Number 3. Metro Titan. As one of the original 3 Titans alongside Keller and Metroplex, Keller being smaller and Metroplex being of the same size at 2 miles in height or 3.2 kilometers, Metro Titan is touted as being the largest Cybertronian to have ever been created. He has had quite a few changes in allegiances through different continuities, but in the Titan storyline of the IDW comics, he served alongside Optimus to the end. Also, we forgot about Godzilla Earth. Hey there, big boy! Metro Titan here is 10 times taller than you. Number 2. Necronus. This is the byproduct of a combination between Megatronus, aka the Fallen, and Quintessa. Not the Michael Bay Quintessa, which is human size and female, but the actual Titan Quintessa, a male, which suffered a series of unfortunate events leading to a transformation into the Necro-Titan, a terrifying undead giant with a link to the Dead Universe. Now this Necro-Titan was salvaged and merged with Megatronus to become the Necrotonus, one of the biggest ever Cybertronians to ever exist, bigger than even the prior Titans and more than 10 times Godzilla Earth. And number 1. Nemesis. Now this name Nemesis is attributed to quite a few Transformers, to a Prime, also a Decepticon ship, as well as an artificial planet at one point of time. But here in this list we will treat it as a Titan, one of the 13 to be bonded with and allied with Alpha Trion, a Prime, and then later with Onyx Prime. Although in later continuities it would be retconned to be the flagship of Megatron's space fleet, and being one of the largest spaceships to have ever been created in its time. And yeah, as also the artificial planet with one massive eye. So this is the biggest Cybertronian to have ever been created. Period. Now if you like this video, then watch this other one as well. And do check out our channel for other monster and transformer content. We might just have things you haven't seen before. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care, boys.